Modifying your existing Autopilot projects is very simple and straightforward. You can easily make necessary changes if they are truly needed, or even just completely delete them if that becomes absolutely necessary. Here as well, these are indeed your Autopilot projects ready for your management. So once you're on your projects, you've gone through your site and you access them directly like this. Whether they were created from WordPress or directly from the web version, there's no problem at all. You have access either way. It's exactly the same on both sides. Here we have a project, a bulk project that we created based on keywords, which is currently running on Autopilot. Here we're going to select a project. You have access to all your projects. From the dedicated page, you can see the number of projects created, completed, the number of posts you've made on this site, as well as the number of posts that are pending publication. Here I'm going to select a project that has been created and is currently in progress. So I'll also be able to see at a glance directly on this project the number of posts that have been published, the progress rate and the success rate. If, however, sometimes an article hasn't been generated, at least this allows you to very quickly spot any errors you might have. Of course, you have the statuses specified here as well. So here you have the titles and statuses, as well as the publication dates. So for those that haven't been published, you can launch them if you want to do it manually. If you want to move the date forward, there's no problem, you can do it. For articles that are published, of course, you can regenerate them if needed. You can go check them directly. You have a direct link to the post or page that was generated. Here, you can edit it. So same thing, you'll be taken straight to the article to edit. The logs here simply let you see if everything went smoothly. So when you have issues, errors, or problems with statuses, you can click on this icon to get a sense of what happened. Thank you. And that will allow you to access the entire log file, showing, for example, if an image didn't work, if the API key didn't function, and so on. So this gives you a visual overview of any problems that occurred, and it also allows you to download them and send them to us. If you ever have a technical issue, don't hesitate to go through the logs and send them to us when you encounter a problem. Next, in the options section here, you can of course search publication title. So you can search for an article that you have generated. Sort here, of course, by status. So, for example, if you simply have publications that have failed, that didn't work, you can select here all the publications that have failed. And then, well, in this case, there aren't any right now, obviously, but otherwise, you can also select them afterwards. So let's say here I select, and you have bulk actions available here. In the bulk actions, knowing that you can select your posts by status, so for example, those that have failed, in order to regenerate them, here you can choose Publish Now. This will override all your dates and publish all the articles at once. It will ignore the dates you've set and immediately post all the articles. You can regenerate, for example, as I mentioned earlier, for posts that might potentially have failed. Here you can regenerate them, or if you don't like the content, or if you want to update your content, which can also be quite useful. Regenerate only the featured images. If, for example, you change your AI image model and find that the new model is nicer than the previous one and you want to update your images accordingly, all you have to do is select the articles you want to modify and then simply here in the bulk actions generate the featured image. You can, of course, copy your URLs if you want to, I don't know, monitor them in bulk or something else, and simply delete them if you wish to remove them, not from the campaign, but directly at the article level by selecting certain articles to delete and deleting them here, which will remove them directly from your WordPress site. Next, you can, for example, if you've generated a project on Autopilot, do the following. You can retrieve the template. If you forgot, for example, to save it when creating this project, it's that simple. Here you just click on Create a Template, name your template, save it, and this allows you, after generation, if you forgot to create your template, to actually save the content settings you used, such as image templates and the options you selected. Checked and the custom instructions. You can save them like this to reuse them tomorrow on another project, quite simply. Then you can delete everything at the campaign level, of course. If you want to delete everything at once, you can do that. You have this button here, which allows you to temporarily deactivate the campaign. So if I click here, for example, and deactivate it, no posts will be activated anymore. So those that have already been posted will remain posted. But you can stop the campaign abruptly like this and resume it later. So here we're going to reactivate it. And of course, during an Autopilot campaign, you can come here and click on Edit. And so this will allow you, if you want, to go directly to the content settings of the campaign. And so, for example, you can come back here and select a new writer, for instance. If you want to change the writer, you can come here, modify the instructions, personalize the template or the text and image templates, remove options, change the category, set the publications, so articles, pages, and especially the statuses. Suppose you want to set all your articles to draft while the Autopilot is running. To have them reviewed, you can set them to draft here and so on. So all the generation options at the autopilot level, and then you can simply save the campaign that is currently in progress right here, which will effectively allow you to update your entire campaign on a completely automated autopilot system, quite simply and efficiently.